How does that work? Do people get upset at you if you do certain things?
Batman? Batman! He's got a flag! Don't be misled by the title or thumbnail. I don't smoke weed with Elon Musk in this video. I was obviously referring to the podcast that he did with Joe Rogan. For the record though, I have no problem with Elon Musk or any other adult smoking a joint in the state of California where it's legal, just like I wouldn't have a problem if they, I don't know, had a glass of wine or drank a beer. If you haven't listened to or watched the podcast though, I cannot recommend it enough. In fact, I have no affiliation with Joe Rogan or his podcast, but I will link it below and I'll link it at the end of this video. See, I think that because it's funny, everybody has just been talking about, a moment at the end of that video where Elon Musk takes a half of a puff on a blunt that he doesn't inhale. The memes are incredible. I can't blame people, but what that podcast was 2.5 hours or a little over 2 hours looking into the minds of one of the people that I find most interesting. I'm fascinated by Elon Musk. I own a Tesla. I read Ashley Vance's biography on Elon Musk. I think he's a very interesting character. And this Joe Rogan interview was the first time you were really able to see into his psyche where he's completely left his guard down. So excellent work, Joe Rogan, on the interview. And Elon Musk, I appreciate your candor. Now, they talked about so many different things, so many different important things like AI and the future of cars and space travel and everything in between. But there was one moment in the podcast, and I think it has a particular relevance to anyone who works on YouTube or anybody who considers themselves a social media influencer. Joe Rogan and Elon Musk, they start talking about social media. And they talk about how Instagram makes you sad.
You and I were talking about social media before this, about just not having Instagram on your phone and not dealing, and you feel better.
I think maybe particularly Instagram, people look like they have a much better life than they really do.
And they sort of candidly throw out, Joe Rogan throws out a quote and Elon Musk throw out a quote. And those quotes just really...
So I think things like that can make people quite sad.
Well,
just by comparison, because you just sort of people generally think of themselves relative to others. We are constantly rebaselining our expectations.
Wasn't that a Thoreau quote? The comparison is the thief of joy.
Comparison is the thief of joy. Now, whether this is true to life or not, I think is debatable. But I think where this is true, and I say this as a YouTuber and as someone who has made a living for the last several years, sharing my entire life online, I think that this has never been more true than with outlets like Instagram and outlets like YouTube. Vloggers especially, lifestyle vloggers like me. What works best, what typically works best on YouTube is to share a happy lifestyle, a successful lifestyle, a lifestyle that's full of excitement and smiles and beautiful things, and a lifestyle that shows off how amazing life is. And on the other side of that, you have viewers, you have millions of viewers watching this incredible lifestyle and comparing the lifestyle that they see on the internet, on YouTube, to their own lives, and that comparison can steal joy because...
Yeah, well, happiness is reality minus expectations.
That's great too.
Because their happiness is muted by the expectations that are falsely created by creators and vloggers like me.
People look like they have a much better life than they really do.
Right.
So
by design.
Yeah, people are posting pictures of when they're really happy. They're modifying those pictures to be better looking. So if you look at everyone on Instagram, you might think, man, there are all these happy, beautiful people, and I'm not that good looking and I'm not happy. So I must suck, and that's going to make people sad.
They were just talking about Instagram, and I think Instagram is probably an easier thing to point to because you're literally putting filters to make yourself prettier, and you're literally just selecting the images that make your life seem the most happy and fascinating. But vlogging and YouTube in particular are far more complex than that, far more nuanced than that, as are the unrealistic and unfair expectations that come along with the kind of content that a lot of creators share.
And then they're feeding off that comment section. Ooh, just a little sitting there like it's a fresh stream of love. Like you're getting right up to the source as it comes out of the earth, and you're sucking that
lot of
sweet
emojis.
love water.
You post a video showing what is a scrubbed clean version, a filtered version of your life, which now is this unrealistically awesome life. And you're immediately met with feedback in the comments that reinforce certain aspects of your life and then discourage other aspects of your life. And then you're able to further scrub the content to better fit into that equation. You're able to better sculpt your life to represent the version of your life that you believe your audience wants, furthering the version of your life that is shared with the reality of your own life. And then I think viewers can take that unrealistic, fake reality and compare that to their own lives, and it just leads to a lot of unhappiness.
Comments and this ability to project this sort of distorted version of who you really are. But I worry about where it goes. Like, what's the next one? What's the next one?
Now, I don't have some brilliant solution as to how to address this. I bring this up because it landed so close to home to me. It really hit me hard. I've been obsessing over it, and one of the only ways that I can kind of take things out of my brain and stop thinking about them is by turning them into a video. But I will say this. I don't think there's anything wrong with vlogging. I don't think there's anything wrong with sharing the most beautiful pictures of yourself with the most beautiful filters, edited in the most flattering way on Instagram. But I do encourage, whether you're thumbing through Instagram or watching YouTube videos, to always be conscious of why you're watching it. And to watch for the right reasons. Watch out of curiosity. Watch because it's a great escape. Escapism is a wonderful thing. It's why I love movies so much. And most importantly, to realize that when you're watching YouTube videos, when you're watching a version of someone else's life, to know that you are seeing something that is really, truly just entertainment. You are not seeing someone else's reality. Because no matter how beautiful or how rich or how wonderful your life can seem, we all deal with the same bullshit in life. Some of us just have more Instagram followers or YouTube subscribers, which enable us to share these, partially fictionalized versions of our lives and know that it's entertainment, know that it's not reality. And with that, never compare someone else's fictional lifestyle to your own reality, because happiness equals reality minus expectation. You sound like cigars. Thank you. Okay. This is a bad idea. All right, I'm just doing this for the thumbnail. This is just tobacco. I don't smoke. I don't recommend smoking. I'm an endurance runner. My lungs are pristine, and I like to keep them that way. But anything for the thumbnail, right? Don't smoke, kids.